Hey, so I have been feeling really on my heart to share my story from start to finish. And so I'm going to try to not put too much in the middle just so you guys can, not go on forever. But I just am genuinely blown away, grateful, and just amazed at where my life has gone the past 3.5 years. And so I feel like I want to start from the beginning and share this with you guys. So my name is Hope. Obviously, I'm 24 years old. I'm born and raised in Northern California. I live in a very, very small town. And I'm a wife. I'm an expecting mama. I'm 25 weeks with our baby boy. And my life looks nothing like it did 3.5 years ago. So, kind of to give you guys a little bit of background, I grew up in this small town. I lived on a farm. I'm the oldest of four kids. We never had a lot, but we made the most of what we did have. I have some amazing, amazing memories from my childhood. In high school, I met Tyler, my husband. He's my high school sweetheart, and he's my absolute best friend. He means everything to me. And so, I graduated high school. I got a job. I started going to community college. Tyler was going to community college. We both started working, and we moved out of my parents' house, and I felt like I was doing all of the right things, right? I was working two jobs. I was working at a grocery store and as a bartender. I was, taking these classes and doing my best to pass them. I was, working doubles when they asked me, picking up shifts when they asked me. We got engaged in 2014, the summer of 2014, and it was the happiest day of my life. And I knew I was going to spend the rest of my life with him, but it was official that I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. And it was a year before we could even set a date because of finances, because of school, because of everything else. And then, so you come into 2015, the summer of 2015, we're both working two jobs. We're both trying to get through school, and the transmission in my little crappy car goes out. And I was driving a 95 Corolla at the time. So it was not a fancy car. And so the cost of replacing the transmission was going to cost more than we paid for the car. And so we decided to sell it to my parents. They were going to fix it up and give it to my brother. And we were going to share a car. So here we are. This is, almost 4 years ago. Sharing a car, both working two jobs, both trying to take classes, trying to keep our head above water. There were so many weeks when we would work all week, we would get paid, we would pay all the bills, and we would have $7 left. And I just remember you do feel that sense of accomplishment when you're living paycheck to paycheck. You do feel like, oh, good, like we made it, but I wanted more than that. I didn't want to just feel like, oh, we barely scraped by the bottom of the barrel by the skin of my teeth. I didn't want to put our entire wedding on credit cards. I didn't want to have to borrow money from my mom to make it till payday because we were out of toilet paper. I didn't want that life. And so I had seen things like this before, but I never thought that somebody like me could do it. I thought that I didn't know enough people. I didn't have enough time. We certainly didn't have enough money. I had heard of companies that made you spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and then you had to buy inventory. And I'm from a very small area, as I've mentioned a few times. And so I just didn't think that it was for somebody like me. That was my mindset. That's what I thought. And so then I saw a friend who I had gone to high school with, and she was doing this, and she was expecting her daughter at the time. And she just kept saying, I'm going to make an extra $500 a month from social media. And my first, second, and third reactions were, that's sketchy. I don't even know how you do that. And I clock in and out for my money. I had it ingrained in me at such a young age that money takes hard work. And so I did. I worked 50, 55, 60 hours a week. And it wasn't enough, you guys. Or it was barely enough. And let alone the fact I was always getting sick, let alone the fact that I was never seeing my fiance, let alone the fact that my family was taking vacations without me because I couldn't afford to take time off of work. I was getting sick and I was having to use my paid time off for my sick days because I was wearing myself into the ground. And I remember she made this post and she said, I need 2 college students right now who want to make an extra $500 a month. And I just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to message her and I'm going to see what this is all about. And so I messaged her on Facebook. I said, what is this thing that you're doing? She told me about this company. I looked into the products, guys. Like, I didn't just say like, oh, what products do you have? Like, I looked into them. Like, she sent me the ingredients. She sent me her website. I looked at the history of the company and how long it had been around since 2001. And I was reading the ingredients of the products and I could pronounce every single one. Every single ingredient in our product, I knew what it was just by reading it. It's a fruit, it's a vegetable, it's an herb, it's a, you know what I mean? And so I got excited about this, and there was just something in the back of my mind that just said, you know what? Like, I can either go for this and it doesn't work out and I'm exactly where I was, or I can try this out and I could make an extra $200, $300, maybe in my wildest dreams, $500 a month. And so I thought about it. I kept looking at the ingredients. I really, really wanted to try the products. And one day Tyler left for work and I said, all right, I'm going to start my own business. And so I took a credit card. We were not supposed to be using it for anything besides wedding stuff. It was almost maxed out. I used it. I went online. I launched my business. I ordered my starter kit. And I think we all have that moment. Like, every single one of us who does something. Sorry, guys, I got a phone call. Maybe it's signing up for a class. Maybe it's, asking someone out on a date. Maybe it's joining a business. We all have this moment of like, what did I just do? Like, what did I just do? Like, oh my God. And so I had that moment. And then, and then I just remembered why I was doing this, why I needed to do this. And so I realized in that moment that, just like I had said to myself before I joined, I was either going to make a change or nothing was ever going to change. I was either going to get out of my comfort zone or I was going to stay stuck where I was, which was not comfortable. Paying all of my bills and having $7 left over was not comfortable. It was not what I wanted for my marriage. It was not what I wanted for my life. And so I just started, you guys, I just started. And I feel like so people are like, how have you done it? How are you here almost 4 years later and making the money that you're making? And I just got started and I just haven't stopped. Like, that is my best answer. I have talked to so many people. I have made so many posts. I have added new friends from all over the world. Like, social media makes this possible, you guys. I have more friends on Facebook and followers on Instagram than live in my hometown, okay? So it's not about how many people you know right now. It's about the growth, and it's about using social media as a tool to promote positivity and to build genuine connections with people and to not be a spammy salesperson who is only trying to get people. Like, I'm here to make friends. I'm here to build relationships. I'm here to share something with people that has absolutely 100% changed my life. And so I used social media every single day to make these friendships and share about the products and share about the business. And you guys, the past 3.5 years, we got married. We went on our honeymoon. We moved 4 times. We have experienced loss. We have experienced death. We have experienced now birth. I'm a little more than halfway through cooking our first baby. And at the end of it all, the chaos and the emergencies and the moving and the life swirling around us, finishing school and moving around to different jobs, I have promoted 6 times. I'm sorry, I'm about to promote for this. I promoted 5 times. That was me manifesting. I've almost promoted for the 6th time to this average income that is simply mind-blowing. It's simply mind-blowing. I never in a million years thought that I would be making a $4,800 monthly average from my cell phone at 24 years old, let alone this next rank, which is an $8,000 monthly average, which just completely just blows my mind. And the amount of things that we are going to be able to do with this income that are not selfish, the things we're going to be able to do with this income that are about our family, our community, our planet, giving back to our team. The fact that these promotions and this income is because I have helped so many other people earn that extra $200, $300, $500 a month, which is all I set out to do. I didn't mean to quit both my jobs. I didn't necessarily want to be a stay-at-home mom. I just wanted some extra spending money, and I really didn't want to share a car anymore. And those are just basic dreams that I accomplished just in such a short amount of time, y'all. The time passed anyways. I'm coming up on 4 years in this company, and 4 years went by, and I would have either been in the exact same spot, scraping by, living in that apartment, never seeing my husband, working at the grocery store, or I could choose every single day to do something a little different, to do something that not a lot of people understand, to do something that is a learning curve. To this day, I'm learning how to do things better and differently and talk to people better and differently because I want to grow into the kind of human being that people trust, that people want to know, that people want to be involved in with something like this. And so through all of the things these past 3.5 years that I have been through, that I have accomplished, that I have failed at, that we have been through, this company, this support, this community, the friendships that I have made through this opportunity, on top of the financial freedom, the income that has come in every single month from this business, it is more than I ever knew I needed. It was the answer to every unspoken prayer that I had. And so my story is always changing. My story is always evolving, but we're going to have our first 6-figure year this year. We are going to pay off all of our debt. We are going to buy a house. We're going to be able to buy a family car in cash. And I don't say these things to brag. I say them because 4 years ago, if you would have told me, hey, Hope, at almost 25, you're going to be cooking a baby boy. You're going to be living this amazing life where you own your own time, where you can afford to get your hair done, where you can afford to buy the nice groceries, where you can go on trips and have a savings account. I would have thought that you were crazy. And so maybe you're watching me right now and you're like, this girl is crazy. Why does she think these things are possible? These things I think are possible because I know they're possible because they've happened for me. And it's not because we haven't had loss. It's not because we haven't had chaos. It's not because emergencies and situations haven't come up. It's not because my anxiety disappeared overnight. It's because even on my worst day, I know that there is somebody out there just like me who could really use an extra $300 a month. So I keep doing what I do so that I can share these products and they'll see them. So that I can share this opportunity and you'll reach out to me and you'll say, wow, Hope, I see what you've been able to do. I just need an extra $300 a month. Do you think I could do it? And my answer is going to be, I know you could do it. I know you could do it without a shadow of a doubt. Because if somebody like me with anxiety from a small town with $7 to her name can build a 6-figure annual income from social media, the sky is the limit, you guys. The sky is the limit. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Thank you so much for not turning it off and thinking that I'm absolutely insane. And if you've made it this far in this video, I just need you to know that no matter what your goal is in life, no matter what you're going towards right now, you are capable of doing it with a little bit of willingness, a little bit of belief, a little bit of consistency, and a hell of a lot of growth. So thank you.